And I never told many people this story, because if I hadn't lived it myself, I probably wouldn't believe it either. I was 23 and tired, sitting on a Greyhound heading nowhere, watching rain crawl down the window, trying not to think about my life. I had questions without answers, prayers I thought got lost somewhere. And for the first time in a long time, I wondered if God still cared. Then an old man sat beside me with a smile I'd never seen. He said, "Son, you are not forgotten, not for 1 second, not for 1 day. God still knows your story. God still knows your name. The road feels long right now, but heaven hasn't looked away." And every word felt like water to a soul that hadn't rained. We talked for almost an hour about mistakes and second chances, about how mercy finds people in the middle of their worst chapters. Then he looked out through the window as the clouds began to break, and he said, "Don't spend your whole life running from the calling on your name." I looked down for just a moment, then he was gone, but I still hear him saying, "You are not forgotten, not for 1 second, not for 1 day. God still knows your story. God still knows your name. The road feels long right now, but heaven hasn't looked away." Maybe he was just a stranger, maybe he was heaven sent, maybe God saw a broken kid who didn't know where he went. All I know is when I needed hope, hope somehow found me, and that conversation changed everything. I am not forgotten, not for 1 second, not for 1 day. God still knows my story. God still knows my name. The road was long, but heaven never looked away. And now I tell this story to anyone feeling the same, because God still meets his children in ways we can't explain. Maybe it was an angel, maybe it wasn't, but I know this: God remembered me.